if anyone was going to get the last word on this shitstorm of a year, it was going to be a group of hilarious women.
Oh, here we go. Right. I'm just gonna. This is.
I wish I had a pen too. I could maybe grab. Right. Oh. So Yearly Departed is so hilarious and necessary since it's definitely been one hell of a year. Rachel, I love your work on Mrs. Maisel, and now you're taking your comedic skills to this new Amazon special. Can you tell me the inspiration behind it?
Well, a group of brilliant women, two women, Natalie and Sam from We the Women, and brilliant Bess Kalb, who is our head writer and also an EP, brought this idea to my company, Scrap Paper Pictures, and we just thought it was brilliant. It was such a smart idea. Couldn't believe that it hadn't already been done on a platform like this, and have maybe never needed it more than ever than in 2020. And we were fortunate to be able to bring the project to Amazon, who was equally as excited about it, and found partners at Dun and Dusted who had done these crazy COVID productions and were the experts that we needed in the room. So it was an incredibly collaborative process and an incredible team that brought this entire special to life. And then our amazing talent and director and DP and editors and post-production and production designers. I mean, it was an incredible group of almost entirely women who made this special possible.
And you're also the executive producer of Yearly Departed. And why did you decide to make it an all-female cast? I love the empowering women in it.
We wanted to create this spirit of sisterhood. So many of the women in this special, and so many of the women outside of this special, have experienced what it's like to be the only woman in a room. And if anyone was going to get the last word on this shitstorm of a year, it was going to be a group of hilarious women. And my goodness, did we get that group of hilarious women.
Natasha, I love every person's feral bit, especially yours. How was working with other comedians like Tiffany Haddish and Sarah Silverman?
Well, you know, we all kind of know each other because we do stand up together. And actually this wasn't as, you know, we weren't really in the same room with them because of all of the COVID, but, you know, I got to watch Sarah Silverman film her whole thing, and it was really cool. I mean, I'd never really been in a situation where I could watch, you know, someone like that work for their full time. And so for me, it was amazing. You know, it actually kind of instructive. I was like, oh, I should tell people I need another take if I, you know, like the way that she was doing it. And she was so funny. And I don't even know how you guys did it. Like, we were all in our own little pods, and, you know, we had our own like private little director person just working on us. So they were really able to make it so it felt like we were all in the same room.
Rachel, I think a comedy special like this is exactly what we need to lift our spirits, especially during a rough year. Can you talk a little bit about how you guys filmed during the pandemic?
Yeah, well, as Natasha said, we spent a lot of time, and a lot of teams of brilliant and smart people came together to make sure that it was as safe as possible. This project was also quite a technical feat, and it was very, very cool to see come to life. We shot on 3 stages. All of our women, and this is truly a testament to their talent, all of our women who delivered eulogies delivered to an empty house, while other women were watching them. Like Natasha said, she got to watch Sarah in this green screen pod space. So everyone had their own little pod and an earbud, and they were watching someone performing on the screen. Almost every reaction in this show is not actually reacting to someone who's in the space with you. And it was a feat of VFX. Our post-production team is extraordinary. And it was wild, but it felt cathartic. It felt like we just felt so good to be back on a set, even in these strange circumstances. And we really needed to be able to laugh, even if we were laughing 10 feet across the room from each other.
Well, I love everything about it from start to finish. I'm really glad you kind of showed us a little bit how it got filmed, especially during this crazy time. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for your time today. Hopefully 2021 will be so much better. It was really a pleasure talking to both of you guys. So you guys really are hilarious, and I'm glad you're able to share it with everybody. So Yearly Departed was such an amazing comedy special. Bess, you've written for shows like Jimmy Kimmel and other award shows. How was being the head writer for this special?
It was really fun. I wrote with people who I'm friends with, which was great. So they were really nice to my face. And that was really important to me. And I loved being able to put together a dream room and being able to, I've been really lucky and had really great experiences in the writers' rooms I've worked in before. And, I would like to continue being a head writer. I got drunk with the power and I am ruined because of it and can never go back to being a team player.
I can confirm. Really.
Yearly Departed was so hilarious. Patti, I love the topic you bid farewell to and your costume in this special. How was working with Rachel Brosnahan and the other comedians?
I mean, it was a very specific experience for COVID because they do a lot of digital editing to make it look like we were all together. So it was actually like pretty spaced out, like we were all kind of coming in at different times and stuff. So I didn't get to interact with everybody, but I did get to interact with Rachel. I am a robot. It was really nice. It was like so cool to like get to, I just like, one, didn't know what productions, I guess, were gonna look like with COVID happening and stuff, but it just felt really safe. And then it was my first time working with Rachel. So that was like, we had only been like Zooming for a while. I'd never met her in person. So I got to meet her in person and it was just like super pleasant and like dreamy, despite everyone being so scared of like getting our favorite little virus. It was really like, it was like very, I don't want to overuse this word, but very cathartic. And I'm going to overuse this word today. It was cathartic.
It's crazy. Like, I'm glad it showed kind of the process because I was very surprised. It all came together very well. And it's so necessary for this kind of comedy during such a rough time. I wanted to ask Bess, like, what was the process like for you writing through this pandemic?
You know, I always write in social isolation, alone, miserably at my computer. And so this was no different. And I think it was a good way to process a lot of trauma and fear and uncertainty. And it's the way that I do it anyway. And so it was so nice to have a forum where they were just sort of like, great, and now you guys have 45 minutes to do it. So it's what I would be doing anyway to my family. But instead, I got paid to be away from my family and son and to spare them. And I could just do it in private where I belong.
Patti, what do you want people to know when watching this special?
When things are shooting right now, I don't really know, you know, how inside baseball things are in terms of like how much like the public like pays attention to the process of shooting things. But like it was a very different process to shoot with like the COVID precautions. And I just think it like they did such a seamless job of making it look like we were all like together, and like it's so cool, and it blows my mind that like people probably won't even think about that really unless they're like, you know, trolling or scanning the BTS stuff. But like, yeah, the editing and like everything is just like such a skillful like thing to bring together. I don't know, that's kind of like I guess a more subtle, I'm literal, like a more behind this, it's literal behind the scenes. Yeah, just like that, it's a lot of cool editing and like illusions and stuff that it's like even the set was like 2 different sets. So it's like not the same room. It looks like we were filming in the small thing, but we were filming in this big like open air like stage or warehouse, and it was crazy.
It looked awesome. It was like so realistic. I loved everything about it. Hopefully 2021 will be better. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really enjoyed it, and I know everyone else will. Definitely to top off the year, this crazy year that we've had. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Patti and I have an illusion ourselves, and we can show you a cool illusion.
I'm excited to see if you guys have future together. So
here we go. Right, I'm just gonna. This is
I wish I had a pen too. I could maybe grab. Oh.
Wait. Okay, Stephanie, you're kind of. I dropped it, so you can't actually pick it up.
Okay, I picked it up. Oh, nice.